Hi everyone, my name is Elaine, and today I'm going to be teaching you all about Unison League's Enchantment feature. But first, what is Enchantment? Enchantment is a feature that is unlocked when a player reaches a combined Granvia and Sagiris rank of 15. It is a way to enhance one's abilities beyond their starting or base capabilities through the use of proficiency, which you can acquire by completing quests, etc. Please see my guide for farming proficiency if you need more help in this area. It'll be linked down below in the description. And enchantment jewels, which you can acquire through the completion of various missions, via metal exchanges, etc. The process is made easier with the help of proficiency scrolls, which increases the rate of success when powering up one's abilities. They can be acquired via various item exchanges, etc. To access this feature, you click on the little armor icon on the bottom of your screen, and then navigate over to enchantment. Enchanting always provides 2 paths, which will improve your abilities in different ways. The improvements may reduce cooldown times, cost reductions, increases joint abilities, ability power, and more. It's important to note that cost reduction enchantments do not affect the Unison Gauge increase amount for the ability. The fill amount remains the same as before the enchantment. So in this example, I'm using Sword Clash. The top route here reduces the cost. You can tell it reduces the cost because the cost is highlighted in yellow. And as you go along, you can confirm, hey look, the cost is now 8, now it's 7. In the lower path here, you see that the ability power is increased to 112, and you could tell because it's highlighted in red, and confirm as you keep going down the path. It's 114 now, 116, 118, you get the idea. Each stage of the path one chooses costs proficiency and often enchantment jewels. The further along the path, the more proficiency and enchantment jewels it will cost to continue progressing. Players will be unable to move forward if they do not have the items necessary to progress along the path. So as you can see here, this one costs 0 little jewel guys, but this one over here costs 1 whole jewel guy, and so does this one, and more proficiency. You may fail to move an ability along the path as well, since some steps along the path have low success rates. Failing a step that requires an enchantment jewel will drop that ability down by 1. You will also lose all of the items you used to make the attempt. But do not fear, proficiency scrolls are here, and they may very well save you from a painful afternoon stroll along an ability's path. Players can also reset and choose a different path by pressing the reset button, which you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen over here. Obviously I can't redo this because that hasn't been enchanted, but you get the idea. Resetting will lose all the progress made on the current path the ability is in, and all items used in that path will not be refunded to the player. Now that you guys have all of the background information you'll need to understand this feature, I want to take a few moments to show you what this looks like and review what we've already discussed a little bit. So I'm already in Sword Clash, so I'm just going to use this ability as an example because that makes things easy. But just so you know, for future reference, you can click on this class button and then highlight your class or a number of classes, and then it'll just bring up those abilities so you don't have to scroll through if one of your classes or the class you're looking for has all of those abilities at the end of the list, because that's a little frustrating. So again, Sword Clash, here we go, selected the path. So as I discussed before, the northern path reduces cost. The lower path, excuse me guys, is the one that affects the ability power. And I'm going to do that one because I'm that kind of person. I like to deal the damage, beat everybody up. So I'm going to pay my 50 proficiency for my success rate of 85. Look at me go along this path. Woo! Oh, look, I'm on 6. Wow, that's mean, man. Sometimes you won't go down because it's highlighted in red, and that'll basically lock it in place. You can't go lower than that. But as we go, wow, what is my luck today? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Let's move along this path. Okay, kids, moving along. 85, 85. Now we're using one of my jewels and a little more proficiency. Now I can backtrack because it's not that red color, but we're doing okay, so that's exciting. Let's keep going. Am I gonna have a lucky day? No. That's one of those times you want to use those scrolls to help. And maybe that time too. This happens a lot. You basically just go back and forth and you hope for the best. I'm gonna pop a scroll this time. Let's see. Nope. And that's the problem with this. This is the thing I really hate about this feature, even though it makes your skills better, is just the fact that if you have poor luck like I do, we've talked about this, you could be doing this for a while. It's a very trolly feature where you're just kind of like, hey, will I get it? And it's not very great for noobs who don't, sorry, I called you noobs, but newer players, non-veteran players who don't have a lot of proficiency to play around with, because, it adds up after a while for someone who doesn't have a lot of resources or scrolls to help them. And as you can see, even someone like me who doesn't have to worry is losing some resources. Oh, there we go. So when you get all the way through, it'll become this nice gold color, which is very beautiful. Let's see if I can show you some other abilities. I'm a mage. So as you can see, as we scroll through here, I know I've done this. Where are they? Okay, so Fanatic Soul, for example, the cost has been reduced to 30. You can see that highlighted in yellow. Siphon, the ability power is up to 160. Ancient Spell, the cost is at 16 as opposed to its base. You get the idea. Basically, you want to do this to make your abilities better. Hope you don't get trolled too hard by the game, which will happen because the game is like that. Bothersome. And just, it's a fun little way to get better. Beat everybody up. Save the people if you're a cleric. Shout out to all my cleric buddies. And there you have it. That's everything you need to know about Unison League's enchantment feature. How do you think I did? Let me know down below in the comments. I always like to know what you guys think. If you have any questions, want to know those too, I'm always happy to help and answer those questions. If you like what you saw here today, please smash that like button until it's blue. Subscribe, ring that bell so you'll know what's up, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.